Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the group Ironman series. In this episode we are going to be focusing on EHP and using a lot of our banked XP, which is basically how I'm going to be getting most of my EHP, as I have a decent amount of banked Herblore XP, a decent amount of banked Prayer XP, and I also have 99 cooking banked. So I want to get at least all three of those done in this episode and maybe a bit more as well. And I'm not going to be doing this alone, as Doug will also be joining me, as he has an insane amount of Herblore XP banked, a decent amount of Prayer XP, and I think he also has a little bit of cooking as well. So we're going to be doing that at the same time, and if we are going to be doing that, we may as well track it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the before and after of Temple OSRS, tracking our EHP and seeing how much we can gain within a short period of time. So I'm going to go ahead and head to the Temple website and see what we're working with. So here is my EHP displayed on the Temple OSRS website, 455 EHP as you can see right here. Now this EHP is normal man EHP, so it's not Ironman EHP, so it is a bit lower than it would be if it was Ironman HP. But if I go ahead and head to the Cool Cats Group Ironman section, I believe this is tracked as Ironman EHP, as even though Group Ironman can trade with each other, we still have to get our own resources, as we can't just buy it from the Grand Exchange, for example. So we have 2.8k EHP total, or 2796 currently. So we're going to see how much we can improve this number, I guess both of these numbers, within a short period of time. So let's start doing some Herblore, cooking, prayer, and whatever else we can do to improve this. But before I start using any of my banked XP, I am going to meet up with Doug and see exactly what he has banked, so we can see exactly how much XP we have. So I've met up with Doug, and as you can see in my inventory, I basically took out everything that I have for banked EHP, and then Doug did the same, and I actually have no idea what Doug has in his inventory, and I don't think he has any idea what I have in my inventory, so we're going to trade each other. We have a few guesses, I guess we can call it, of what he might have, and maybe he has the same for me, so.
Oh, yeah?
Let's see, Doug. What do you have? I guess I'm going to start real strong. Okay, I was going to say, I'm going to start real strong. Yours is strong, but mine's technically a bigger stack and worth more. But that's actually pretty impressive. Oh, and then the Toad Flax. That's insane, though. 20 mil in Toad Flax, and like the XP is like, what, each brew is like 210 XP. So that's disgusting, man. That's a lot of banked XP. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and go through it all, man. Absolutely insane. You even have more Renars with me, and I've been mainly focusing Renars. That's quite insane. So you beat me on the Herblore front for sure. I just went ahead and grabbed all of my Herblore supplies, and then mainly Prayer is what I'm going to be working on as well. Got quite a decent amount of Ensouled Heads. Looks like you're going for some smithing and some crafting training as well.
Oh, yeah. Got some easy crafting levels with all those gems.
Oh, and the battle stuffs. Yep. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty insane, man. And that's a lot. And also the snape grass, I might have to steal a few thousand from you, because I only have 1,000 myself.
Dude, I don't know if I have enough. Man.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and I guess I'll probably see you in a few days and see how much we gain. To start off the EHP grind, I am going to go ahead and pay to get all of these potions made into unfinished. This is going to be pretty expensive, but I need to do it nonetheless. Actually, it wasn't that bad. I definitely expected it to cost a lot more, but now all my potions are unfinished, so it'll be a lot easier to turn into potions. So one of the first things I want to do is go ahead and turn all of my leaping sturgeon into caviar, so I can put the caviar into these magic potions and make magic mixes. I think I'm going to turn all of these sturgeon into caviar, even though I don't have enough magic mixes. I can always make like energy mixes or stamina mixes, I can see there, or something else. All these caviar can be used, so let's go ahead and chop all of these leaping sturgeons up. I have now finished gutting about 8,000 sturgeons, so I'm basically a sushi chef at this point. So if we go ahead and head to the bank, as you can see, 7.7k caviar, very, very nice there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use what I have for Herblore supplies. I will have to get some secondaries, but I'll go ahead and again just use what I have. And once I use everything, then we'll go ahead and grab some secondaries, use that, and move on to the next skill. We are finally finished with using all of the banked XP that I could use, and we got ourselves just above 90 Herblore. So very, very nice. That means I can make the best overloads and raids without having to boost or anything like that. But we did not use all of our supplies. As you can see here, we still have the Dwarf Breeds, the Aventos, the Harlanders, the Terramans, and the Marentail potions. So for that, I need to grab Unicorn Horn Dust, Ashes, Chocolate Dust, Mortmire Fungus, and I think I'm going to also do Wine of Zamorax, wherever they would be in my bank. So I am going to go ahead and start doing that, so I can get that little bit of extra Herblore XP. That should get me to 91. I don't know how close to 92 I'll be able to get, as I do also have a decent bit of row left. I've only used row for magic mixes. As you can see here, I made 3,000 of those, and I ran out of magic potions. But if I could snag some magic potions from Doug, and maybe make some energy mixes, stamina mixes, or something that doesn't hurt the team too bad as far as mixes go, then I think we can get ourselves to 92, and that would be great. So I'm going to start collecting some secondaries, and I guess we'll start with chocolate dust since we're already here at the chest. I think I also want to show off before I start grabbing any of these secondaries is the amount of potions I make. I always keep 100 of myself except for Ceridome and Bruise, where I like to keep 300 since it's a 3-to-1 ratio. But if we go ahead and head to the group storage, as we don't show it off too often, you can see a lot of potions have been added to the group storage. In fact, we have 6.7, not, or I guess we'll call 669 nice mil in the group storage here, and a lot of that is potions. Look at the amount of prayer potions, restores. I know Doug has a lot of brews he hasn't deposited yet, and since I don't go through it often, I guess I can slowly scroll through just so you know what we're working with in the group storage. It looks better and better by the day. Very, very nice. I have now finished grabbing all of the secondaries that I need to grab for the Herblore grind. So if we go ahead and head into my Herblore grind, I'll go ahead and talk through them. So I did have Marintel, so I grabbed myself a bit of Unicorn Dust. I only grabbed like 100 from the Koran Woodland, I think it's called. I don't know a great place to really grab Unicorn Horns. However, I asked Doug and he actually had a bit extra. So I went ahead and grabbed some from him, so we have plenty for our Marintel potions. For Terramins, I got the exact amount of ashes. I just did it with Farid and the Nightmare Zone. I have explained that in the past. I think I have an Herblore video explaining that, so if you wanted to see that, feel free to check that video out. Chocolate Dust, I bought in the Recipe for Disaster chest for my Horlander potions. For Aventos, I just used Mortmire Fungus. I just used the logs next to the Theater of Blood Bank. That one's really fast. And then for the ones of Zamorak I need for the Dwarfweed potions, I actually telegrabbed them in the wilderness, and I'm not even joking, all of these 947 wines, I didn't get attacked a single time. So if you have the Wilderness Hard Diaries, I highly recommend going to that dungeon. Go ahead and telegrab grab yourself some wines. I'd bring brews as well, as they come noted if you have the hard diary. Very, very nice there. And not only have I got all these secondaries for Herblore, but I have been keeping out my birdhouses at the same time, so we are going to get ourselves a hunter level here up to 86 hunter, which may not seem important, but that means now with hunter potions I will be able to boost to make redwood birdhouses. I'm not doing it currently because I think I want to turn my hunter potions and mixes to just get that little bit of XP out, so I'll do that, and then probably the next birdhouse run I'll go ahead and start making some redwood birdhouses. I have finally finished using all of my banked herbal XP, and unfortunately I am just short of the level I want to hit, which is 92 Herblore, which would be halfway to 99. But as you can see, I am just short, so I am only 44k away from 92. So it's not that big of a deal, as long as I do my herb runs while getting 99 cooking and using all of my banked prayer XP, I think we'll have no problem getting 92 Herblore. So very, very nice there. Just to showcase, I even used all of the caviar that we got. Most of it went to magic mixes, and then a few of it into super attack mixes, since we have like 10k super attacks, or I guess like 7k now that I use some of these. So not too bad overall. I think I am going to go ahead and use my bank prayer XP next, which is all right here. I guess we'll start with the bones, and we'll go ahead and use some of the ashes, and then we'll end with the ensouled heads. When it comes to using my banked bones, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and use the construction cape and then use the nexus to teleport to Gorok, and then I am going to be using the wilderness altar. The good news about doing it this way is as soon as I die, I'll have the construction cape, so I can teleport to a bank very fast, and then after teleporting the bank, I can again use the construction cape and then go ahead and grab another inventory. And then I don't have to worry about risking too much, because if I die, I only lose one inventory of bones. So let's see how long this takes. Okay, I finished using all my bones on the wilderness altar, and that got us up to 83 prayer, so one level, but as you can see, it also got us a decent way to 84, and with the demonic ashes and the ensouled heads I have in my bank, it should be just enough to get us all the way to 84 prayer. So let's go ahead and use all of that, and then I guess we'll move on to cooking. I'm down to my last few ensouled heads, but this ensouled head, or I guess you'll say reanimated hellhound, is actually going to get me 84 prayer, so very, very nice there. I ended up getting 84 prayer off of all the banked XP there. Still have to get the 92 Herblore that we talked about earlier, but now that I've gotten this done, I think I'm going to move on to cooking, where we actually have level 99 banked. So now that we're done with prayer, the last skill I'll be training will be cooking. As you can see, 33,000 raw Cambron. That would take a while if I were to just AFK it, and I would definitely AFK some of it, but I think for the most part what I'm going to do is, if I can remember how to do this correctly, I actually do not want to be making poison Cambron, but if I go in here and at least spam 2, then I can spam spacebar, I could do something like this, I believe. Okay, it took me a minute, but I finally figured it out. It seems like you just actually have to spam the 2 key, even if you have it on space, and then you just click with the carambones on the range. I still need to get the rhythm of it. It's been a very long time since I've done this, but you can cook an entire inventory quite fast. So the amount of you can cook per hour is in like 2,000 right now, but I think I can get even more than that. I think you can get like 5,000 an hour to get like 1 mil XP an hour. So this should not take too long in order to get 99 cooking. So I guess I'll go through all the levels here. I missed 93 cooking, but here is 94 cooking. And here is level 95 cooking. Another level coming in, 96 cooking. Here is 97 cooking. And here is 98 cooking, so one more level to go. And our final cooking level, our 699 on the account. There it is, 99 cooking, which means I can no longer burn food and basically used up all my Chiron bonds. So very, very nice there. Super nice to get another 99 done. And now that we have 99 cooking, let's go ahead and enter the Cook's Guild and buy our 6 skill cape. I think I mentioned it a bit earlier, but this skill cape, very, very nice, as it does mean I can no longer burn food while I'm wearing it. So if we ever catch some anglerfish or something like that that needs a certain cooking level to cook, I'll be able to cook everything without being able to burn it. So let's go ahead and buy that from this guy. Sure, no problem. And then I guess we can also go ahead and get rid of our chef's hat, because as long as you have a cooking cape, you don't need it. I don't think anyone ever keeps the hoods. And let's go ahead and do the emote. Make a nice meat pie there. Now 99 cooking is not the last level we'll be getting in this episode. If you remember, we were not able to finish off 92 herb lore because we did not have all the XP banked. I've done some herb runs since then, so now we are able to finish off 92 herb lore, which is halfway to 99. So still quite a bit away, but still making progress towards it. So if we go ahead and make our last potion here, there it is, 92 herb lore, and that's basically all my banked herb lore XP, all my banked cooking XP, and all my banked prayer XP. So now that we've got all that done, I'm very curious to see how much EHP I've gained according to Temple OSRS. So let's go ahead and check that now and see what we've gained. So here we are on the Temple OSRS website, and if you look in the top right here, it'll actually show our EHP. And if you remember what we started with, which was 455 EHP, we are now up to 470. So we haven't gained much EHP, but this is again based off main account EHP. I assume that it's not tracking me as an Ironman, because if you look up a group Ironman account, they don't show up on the Ironman high scores, so this is just going off of main account EHP. If you are unfamiliar with the term EHP, it just means efficient hours played, meaning if you played full efficiency for 1 hour, you should be expecting to get what they think is an efficient hour. It gets a little bit more complicated, especially with a lot of skills and methods coming out, so that's kind of the basic overview. However, I do want to focus on one other thing, as I showed you not only my EHP, but I showed you the group EHP, and I'm very excited to show you guys because we gained a lot here, because I believe group Ironman EHP is actually tracked as Ironman HP, so you can really see the difference here. If we go ahead and scroll over to the cool cats, as you can see, we are up to 2,943 EHP, which is insane because we started this episode with 2,796. We gained almost 150 EHP within about a week-ish is what this video take. It definitely took less than a week to record in total, but just about a week is what I'll put it at. That's absolutely insane. Like I did say, a lot of it was banked EHP or XP that we had, so it was very fast. The EHP for like herb lore for Ironman, something like 50-60k per hour, so it's not very good. Prayer is quite low as well, and cooking may be fast, but having all of the cooking XP bank definitely improved my EHP. And then along with what Doug did, if you wanted to see what he did, I definitely check out his group Ironman episode when it comes out for this type of content. But I am super impressed with what we were able to accomplish in this video. That is an insane amount. For those who actually track this type of stuff, you'll kind of understand how insane it is to gain that much in a short period of time. But I'm very happy with what we gained. We're even close to 10k total level, so maybe that's something I'll shoot for soon here in the future. But I think that's all I want to show you guys on the Temple OS website, so let's actually head back to normal old school RuneScape. I say heading back to old school RuneScape, but I do want to probably end it here. We accomplished a lot in this episode, including our 699 on the account, a lot of herb lore levels, and a lot of prayer levels, so very, very happy. I hope you guys enjoyed. I do want to say before we go, and I'll leave you guys with the emote as well, the support recently has been absolutely insane. I do feel like I say that a lot, but I genuinely mean it. I can't really thank you guys enough. Continue the support. I'm going to continue making as best content I can, including one of my next videos. I'm going to put a lot of time into it, and it should come out relatively soon after this video, so look forward to that. I'll see you guys there. Thank you guys for everything, and have a good day.